PLP all day. Let's go. Oh, we've got some just some straight up smack talk going in chat. I love it. Let's do it. Rulers Wave 9. This is the grand finale. L4GTAM versus Pegleg. Pirates with Pegleg just tilted tilt. So we'll exactly see how they handle this. Let's kind of go over to live stream. Looks like 1080's bringing the grosser Kerfer, so we're seeing that change up. Okay. Demente's looking at the Worcester right now. And we do have Venezia of Chevo. Let's see how this goes. Now, of course, first game is in Haunted Seas, so once again, we are going to see a very interesting style of play between these caps. So we'll exactly see on that. Any first thoughts while we're waiting on a last ready up?
What is your opinion on Haunted Seas? Do you like it, or is it one of those maps that you just can't stand?
Haunted Seas, it has some awesome plays to it. I find it's one thing a lot of people either choose one side over the other, and it's really up to the randoms. But at this level of play, you're going to split up the teams respectively to their setups to really go at it. It's just a very large map, realistically, and you have to play that to your advantage with the caps. You have to keep A and you have to keep B, but you have to go after C, and that's C, yeah, right. So we're going into the game. Let's see how this goes. Slypan, please no. No, don't do that. Ryan, keep it clean. Keep it clean. So let's see exactly how these teams set up. Once again, we are seeing a 2-3-2 set up on both teams. So let's exactly see how this goes. But we do have some interesting picks, especially with the grosser Kerfers down south. So let's see how that goes with Pegleg Pirates on that side. Over here, we definitely have Matty Boy going middle out of Pegleg, but on L4GTAM, they are sending all four. It seems like Felipe, Sabetti, and Valfor and Litz Aludo all up to C, while sending a southern fleet to grab A and hold it. So we'll see if a Venezia and a Yamato can hold it with triple GGG. So exactly see how they begin to play this. Let's pop it up right here and let's check out. Right now, of course, we've got A and B absolutely being contested and taken very easily. Chevo obviously is going to start pushing on that, and Look Your Dead is, of course, pushing on it as well. Up here, Whirligig is starting out the area of Denial Torps against the larger team. It looks like the Stalingrad's moving south, pulling away from Felipe and Valfor. Let's see exactly how that works out for the team. We might have the first salvos going out soon as the battleships should start seeing each other. Demente is going as a roamer Venezia. Not what I choose to roam, but at the same time, it's still a powerful ship. It's stealthy a little bit, kind of. 1080 taking the first hits and taking nearly a fifth of his health. Nice shots on that. Litz Ludo up here in the daring, getting ripped apart by Whirligig. Nice shots from Whirligig. Absolutely showing, once again, smoke at this level of play is not your friend, but the daring is incredibly maneuverable, so he's going to be able to probably sneak away as long as Ron Swanson and African doesn't help out in the Moscow, as if I can say his name correctly this game. So we got Valfor absolutely slugging up there along with Felipe. Now over here we got triple GGG and Chevo having to take on Look You're Dead, while, oh, actually Matty Boy is getting focused right here by both Yamatos right there. That was a good amount of hits right here. Zitoy absolutely just going around the map. That unfortunately may be a bad situation for L4 over here as the situation goes. The Venezia is completely out of play, while the Stalingrad had gone all the way from the north down here, needs to get in position and get those guns a-running. Now, of course, maybe they can set up something where the Smolensk takes a lot of damage from the Stalingrad and from Zitoy, so let's see how this goes. Right over here, we do have a push up here from African and from Ron Swanson in the Stalingrad Moscow, absolutely pushing on Valfor. Valfor has taken a decent amount of damage, while Felipe has been able to hold up that, which Felipe needs to be able to hit those shots on that Stalingrad. And like that, Litz Ludo is going down, heading out targeting Matty Boy. Matty Boy is kind of sitting in the middle, just kind of having a grand old time right there. But of course, Matty Boy is going to be going backwards, forwards, and this, as much as this is a decent spread of torpedoes, unfortunately, it looks like those might miss, while Val 4 is probably taking the last bit of hits from Ron Swanson. Great shots from them in the Stalingrad. Zitoy has engaged the 1080, sorry, the Grosser Curve first. And, of course, the Stalingrad with Sabetta taking on and starting to focus certain things. Solaris taking a large hit on that situation. So, of course, the Venezia showing its alpha damage, showing its capability. It's a shotgun still, but it can do it. Now, up here, you can see Peg Pirates is pushing. They're taking their advantage of C and B and pushing it. They don't want to push it too hard because, of course, they have the 2 caps and they're already up 150. Why press it? You know, sometimes slug it out. Play the map exactly how you want to. Of course, you got 2 Yamatos versus a Stalingrad and Moskva. So Whirligig now needs to show their effort and keep those Yamatos off target as much as possible. Chevo and Lit are both really heavily hit. And of course, Look You're Dead has taken a decent amount of damage. But these 2 are down here trying to realistically go after 1080, which is getting taken, which is taking on Demente. That, of course, is taking out a lot of firepower. So Peg Pirates, they have an early advantage. They do, but they need to focus their fire. They need to get a few more people down and keep their health up. We have a lot more people at lower health on one side. They're changing it. Let's see exactly how this keeps on going. Triple GGG is definitely taking a lot of torpedo damage right there. Great job from Whirligig coming in there, getting those there. Triple GGG going down from the strength of the Moskva and Stalingrad. Those 220s and 315s, I want to say. Absolutely know that. Lit going down from Look You're Dead. See, okay, we're seeing a great push in the middle. L4 is just not keeping their firepower there out and about, especially with Demente down here trying to take on 1080, which is a Grosser Curve first, and Sabetta making a move. But of course, you got Solaris. You've got both DDs going towards the next cap and pushing on Chevo. We'll exactly see if they can remove Chevo from the match before that happens. Of course, if we're looking at Felipe is taking a good amount of damage, and so is Ron Swanson up north. So it looks like Chevo is going to be able to get out of there. But of course, we got Z Solaris. Can Z Solaris quickly switch their guns over and absolutely rip apart? The Sabata and 1080 are ripping, or not, 1080 and Z Solaris are ripping apart Sabata out of Peg Leg. So let's see if they can. They have refocused right on Chevo. Z Solaris taking down. Geez, Peg Leg Pirates. Their strategy is just beating L4s. This is awesome. This is great positionary play. They're taking out key people, and they've got that advantage of those caps. And once they had that, they just didn't press their advantage too much, but they pressed it enough to make that advantage. Felipe going down from Ron Swanson and African and Matty Boy, absolutely showing that spread. Unfortunately, 1080 is going down from Demente, which is definitely a great show of force from the Venezia over there, but it does look like Peg Leg Pirates is taking round 1, and they're taking all the caps, and now they're going after Demente, which right now I have a feeling unless Demente gets a great shot on Z Solaris, ooh, that was a good shot, maybe Z Solaris still might go down, but Pig Bay, what are your thoughts seeing it from the other perspective?
So, I mean, that was just great play. Great play by Peg Leg Pirates. I mean,
yep.
There was 2 key things that I saw with the L4 squad.
Yeah.
One was Stalingrad leaving C, the C area of responsibility, and they swapped it with a Yamato. Now, that's all good and dandy, but that takes time to happen. And what ended up happening is Peg Leg Pirates' 2 cruisers were able to overwhelm that side before Yamato could get in a position to help.
Yep.
On the flip side of that, Venezia went way south.
Yep.
And he did not fire his first salvo until I marked it down. 3:51 on the clock. That is wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That should not happen. So, I mean, get mad at me if you want for saying it. I'm just calling like I see it.
Oh, yeah. And that's what you gotta. So, yeah, no, I think L4, they swapped some things around, and that unfortunately screwed up their firepower at the wrong times. And then, of course, I do have to hand it to African and Ron Swanson absolutely just being up there, showing the DPM that both those Russian cruisers can handle, and then Whirligig just coming in, just being like, hi, my tarps are here. On those Yamatos, that was just perfectly played. That was very good. So let's see exactly. We got Blue Front next, which of course this is a very cap-heavy focused match.
Yeah.
Also a very big of a slugfest, but we also got to see, okay, which team is going to send who where, and is L4 going to make that switch again that might not do so well for them, might skip, might screw them up again. You can't make the switches on these maps. They are very large. Stalingrad is fast. It ain't that fast. Nor is Yamato. Hope everyone is having a wonderful time. We are seeing a little bit of upset. From what we thought was going to happen. So let's see exactly how it goes. Peg Leg Pirates is up 1 game or 2 games? 1 game? One game. So best of 5. We are still watching as this all goes and happens, and hope that we can keep on seeing this amazing type of side gameplay. Of course, we're seeing some very interesting picks happen. We're seeing Montanas being brought out, which weren't brought out earlier in the matches. We are seeing Grosser Kurfürst come in, where they might work better. Could be interesting. So hopefully everyone's having a good time. Make sure, drop by, give Peg Bay some love on his channel, and then of course on mine, like, subscribe, follow on any platform you want for streaming. Of course, this content will always be coming out, and of course my regular content is always there, and of course Christmas content is coming. Who knows what it will be, but glad. Yes, L4 lost. Go Pirates. Yep, we are going in. Peg Leg versus L4. Let's do this. Game 2. So let's see. Really not seeing any change-ups here. Seems like everything's the same. So let's see. Alright. We are over triple GGG in the middle, along with Zitoy and Chevo on the eastern flanks. We've got Lit and Felipe right there, and of course on this one we got Smolensk looking to go for a roamer position. We've seen this multiple times. Smolensk it has the concealment and it has the firepower to pull out a roamer position. So let's see exactly how this goes. Now, of course, as we look at this right now, Peg Leg Pirates is, of course, taking B. So is L4. They're taking C. They're taking their respective easy cap. Now over here we've got 1080 and we got Ron Swanson, which have shown to be just a tanky side. Hold it out, no worries. Look Your Dead is definitely going after A. Now if we go over here, Z Solaris in the Smolensk is going to go, looks like to be mid on the situation, while African and Matty Boy are going towards Z to contest it. Now pretty much both teams are pretty spread out at this point. Chevo doing some early area of denial torps on D, but in reality, Whirligig is no longer there, or not even close to being there. So let's see who pushes where. Look Your Dead is getting focused from down south, from the Smolensk, and from the Daring right here. But of course, we've got Ron Swanson and Montana up here with 1080. That's a lot of firepower, and if they can take out that Smolensk, it might be a very rough game for them. HE getting sent out on, on Felipe. Long-range fire on that. That's a great pick on that. While we have Look Your Dead, absolutely just trying to screen. Don't push up too far. Don't do anything right now. But we do have a little bit of a challenge. Whirligig versus Chevo over at D. We got to push right here. African absolutely helping out right over here on Chevo. So let's see exactly if they can work out. We are seeing HE getting sent from the Moskva right into Chevo, along with Whirligig absolutely ripping in through that AP that it can do. I don't know if Matty Boy's been helping out at all, but Chevo definitely needs to run as they are at very low health. Demente is out and about and probably seen, but of course, Venezia can hide. Venezia can do that stuff. Look Your Dead and Lit Saludo are trying to take on A. Let's see exactly who can break that. Looks like Lit is giving it to that situation. Now, of course, we do have, looks to be, 2-1 on caps right now with Peg Leg in the hold right now with almost 120 increase on the 130. So let's see exactly how they can push on this. And let's see if L4 can come back from the situation. We do have Solaris in the middle, just pestering triple GGG, setting those fires, keeping up that constant damage. And that's a Smolensk in the middle or a Yamato in the middle can actually be really good for the teams because you're definitely keeping pressure on both sides. It doesn't matter. Yamato can do it because it just has a high alpha, but of course the Smolensk can do it because it's just got the annoyance. Over here, we got Valifor absolutely showing themselves trying to take out Solaris, but it looks like African immediately switched over fire to focus on Valifor. Solaris needs to run as the Moscow will eliminate it with those 220s. So once again, over here, 1080, Ron Swanson just holding the flank. They're letting Matty Boy, they're letting African and Whirligig, and along with a little bit of Z Solaris, focus on one side. Demente is, though, holding it well, though. They are holding it. As much as Shevo is down, we have to see Yoho or Pegleg Pirates specifically focus them down. Right now they have a lot of different ships that are holding critical areas. Triple GGG is still out there, so he's still dangerous. At low health, though, so let's see if Matty Boy, who is also at low health, can take advantage of his position, which is very far out. So, and that's one thing where the DD is now letting a battleship just run rampant in the situation. So let's see, Look You're Dead is definitely pulling away, watching out for Lit. Z Solaris is pushing back in, along with Whirligig, all on top of Lit. Now, of course, the Daring doesn't have permanent smoke, it has fuel smoke, so it's going to run out. And as you can tell, immediately, once it gets spotted and gets pulled out, we are seeing a lot of fire from that. Let's see if Whirligig can dot. Yep, Whirligig just threading those torps. Nice work. Once again, 1080, Ron Swanson just sitting back there, tanking, doing exactly what they're doing. They're holding up a Smolensk and a Yamato's capability of firepower, while just Pegleg Pirates is having their ships being able to move around, being able to do whatever they want. And that's what you want to do. Sometimes you're just the tank. Matty Boy taking a lot of damage with Triple GG, joining back the game, along with Valifor's help probably right here. But of course, we do have African moving up, trying to see if they can take a little bit of firepower away from Matty Boy. Matty Boy sending out some rounds on, I believe, Valifor. They're trying to take out him because the Moskva is a very big, capable ship. In terms of firepower and support. So let's see exactly how this keeps on going. We do have Lit attempting to flip the cap, trying to get a cap lead right here. But of course, Pegleg Pirates is in the victory situation with over 110 increased, while Whirligig is going in there. Now, Daring does have some help, but of course, Look You're Dead is right there. Lit is going to run away, and Look You're Dead is also right there ready for him as well. So you have two Z-52s focusing down a Daring. Now, of course, they're both at low health. We do have a lot of firepower. Look You're Dead taking a lot of hits right there. Smoking up, it seems, but unfortunately not going to make it. But of course, Lit taking a lot of the Valifor in the Moskva goes down. So right here, Africans and Matty Boy need to take their focus and take down Triple GGG in that situation. Up over here, Z Solaris is sitting out, just kind of holding out. Of course, you have to stay out of range of Triple GGG in this situation. Up here, Ron Swanson, 1080, absolutely still holding and preventing this flank from doing anything. L4 needs to make a move. They need to group up together and just roll this team, but Triple GGG goes down in this situation. Pegleg Pirates, great move on that, absolutely spreading the firepower short right here. Now, of course, they have to keep their 1DD alive to 1DD because, of course, that is an advantage no matter what you look at. So, of course, African, who's got a lot of health, needs to head north right now, in my opinion, along with Z Solaris as backup in order to do it. But, of course, they've already had caps all this game and held it just long enough and killed the right people to win this match. Pig Bay, wow.
Yeah, I mean, Pegleg Pirates is like proving their worth right now. I mean,
yeah.
They're able to focus a lot better and get these ships down. Then they're able to contest the caps and hold on. I mean, there was one cap, what was it, far left one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Far left one that they didn't necessarily take over, but they cleared it. You know what I mean? And that sometimes is enough.
Yep.
Let me ready up. sometimes that's all you need.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not take the cap, but at least clear it so they're not getting points at all.
And let alone, I also have to say, is that they literally just let 1080 and Ron Swanson just sit back there, bow tank, and take up those guns the entire game. And they literally controlled, I think it was up to 3 guns at one point for 2 ships. That's a lot of firepower getting taken out for 2 ships that are just basically being like, just Frenching it, just slowly backing up and backing away. So, no, that was expert play from 1080 and Ron Swanson there in those ships. And just, oh man, that is some rough. They are countering L4 now 2-0, best of 5. If they can win it this time, they're going 5-0.
Hey, that's impressive.
That is
quite impressive.
Oh yeah, and they've got it. The shot callers right now have to be just absolutely enjoying themselves. Just absolutely killing themselves or having a very minor heart attack. So,
and I'll tell you also, the DDs, man, they're playing their asses off. They are the DDs on the Peg Leg Pirate side. They are playing their asses off.
Oh yeah, no, especially with Peg Leg Pirates, they're playing the field, and that's exactly where you want your DDs to be. They want to be screening an area, but they want to be uncontested in that area. And that's exactly what Peg Leg Pirates is allowing their DDs to be with the firepower that brings the 3 cruisers. The 3 cruisers is showing their content and their capability of just shutting down any form. Because, of course, you're having a small lens. Even a Moskva, kind of even the Stalingrad, are helping out the DDs just focus and just make sure that they're all good on that situation. So it's always fun to watch really good DD players because they are pushing their limits to the extreme, because their 120% means a heck of a ton more than a battleship's 120%, in my opinion.
Yeah. DD play, it's just one of those things you can do really good or really crappy because you made the wrong move. You got to toe the fine line with DD play.
Yep.
And it can be rough, man. It can be rough. Kind of sucks sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's not the most glamorous job in spotting torps and screening, but, it has to be done.
Oh, yeah. If you can keep, like, one thing, once again, it's like 120% in a DD, absolutely keeping people moved, keeping people, screen capable so that your battleships can focus their fire and they can keep it 100% at all times. It's next level capability to your team, and that information that the DDs bring to that just absolutely makes the cruisers better, the battleships better in the situation. So it's just how you do it. Yeah. PLP firing on all cylinders. Oh yeah, they are, and we're right back in on this. It looks like L4GTAM going triple DD on this situation. They've changed it up. Let's see how this goes. This is the final game if Peg Leg Pirates can pull out a 3rd win in a row, making them undefeated tonight. Let's see how this goes. Let's go. So, let's pop up. We, of course, have over here on L4, up top, we have the Z52. We've got the Smolensk and the Amato along with Felipe in the middle with a Moskva, Daring, and Daring down below. Darings are dangerous ships. They definitely have a lot of capabilities, but can they beat out 2 Z52s and the 3 cruisers they have with them? And we have seen some issues from that situation. We do have Ron Swanson and African holding up and going after A, while we do have Whirligig going after B. Of course, in this map situation, this is we have seen some very good flanks, and we have to watch out for them in order to catch them at the right position. Because, of course, we got Z Solaris and 1080, once again, showing that potential capability of a Grosser Kurfürst and a Smolensk, just that tanking and firepower mixed together. So let's see exactly right here. We've got a Smolensk and a Z52 going north all by themselves. Let's see if they can be tanky enough and hold this armada off of ships up here, along with the idea that Matty Boy will probably send off some shots here and there. Down south, we, of course, Peg Leg Pirates immediately going for the triple gap situation, whereas L4 has just forgiven the caps. Let's go for kills. Let's show our strength. Let's show our firepower. You can do that early on, but late game, as it goes on, you can't really do it. That Lit Saludo is trying to do with Whirligig Now, these are torpedoes versus a Z-52. Z-52s are very maneuverable, nevertheless, not as much as daring, but of course, Z-52 will be able to dodge all those torpedoes, where Ron Swanson Africans just showing 66% of their firepower. These two are just going to hold here all this game, even though they are confronted against overwhelming firepower with a Moskva and two Yamatos along with a... Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Come on. Pig Bay, take it up from here. I've crashed.
Alright, so we got daring from L4 launching torps onto Whirligig by B cap. Currently, Peg-led Pirates is still in control of A, B, and C. There is a mass grouping of L4 down at the bottom. We got 4 ships down in the bottom. African and Ron Swanson are currently sitting at A, just popping shots over there at this large group. Whirligig goes down to daring via guns, and then the Smolensk takes out the Z-52 in return. So they traded DDs at that point.
Back up.
Still, take it over.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I wanted to let you finish your sentence, actually, because definitely that was good. If you have anything else to finish, just let me know. No? Okay, gotcha. So, of course, right here we do have two Z-52s traded, which, of course, it definitely hurts the Peg-led Pirates team more, because now we, of course, you once again are playing the triple DD setup. Losing one ain't a big deal, and we have definitely seen where triple setups of the DDs, even losing one, still they can still win the game. Now, of course, right here they are looking to take over, but 1080 and Z Solaris in the Smolensk and the Grosser Kurfürst are pushing on the Smolensk and taking D as well. So as much as they are flipping A and B, they are not able to keep up. The Ron Swanson has taken a lot of damage from the pushing Yamatos. This is showing L4. They're being more aggressive. They're pushing their Yamatos forward. That is excellent play, along with Demonte holding back and just kind of being a, try to shoot out, help out where they can, but of course they've taken a good amount of damage. So, keep yourself in play, but don't put yourself too much in play. Ron Swanson is looking to go down. Matty Boy is in the middle of the map with Chevo, and look, you're dead in that situation. Now, once 1080 and Z Solaris take out that Smolensk, which it looks like the Smolensk is disengaging, which means that 1080 and Z Solaris, it looks like they are both taking hard turns, heading right to sea. That is perfect. Do not fall for that bait. Ron Swanson going down over there. Looks like Peg-led Pirates might be in a bit of a shtick, but they did take that early cap lead, so they're capable of holding it just a little bit better, while we have Felipe and Triple GG spreading their firepower, going after particular targets, because of course a Moskva is a considerable amount of points and also has a considerable amount of firepower, and of course it's not going to be able to hold up to direct Yamato firepower for too long, but it looks like Triple GGD is even lending their firepower. African is taking a lot of hits right here. L4 is definitely taking a much more aggressive look. They have the Smolensk down south. They have it over there, but they have now pulled a lot of firepower out. So now what they need to do is successfully secure that flank and just roll from that situation. So we'll exactly see if L4 can take that, and also if PLP can come back from this loss in this situation. They can. What they need to do, and exactly what it looks like they are doing, is they're looking to group up. You need to brunt force this target right here. It's basically a turtle versus turtle in mid-game to late game, and if you can do that, then you can keep your focus fire. You can keep your chance, and as much as African just went down, putting both teams in the exact same position with 2-2 on both the caps, this is a problem that L4 needs to make their move soon. They need to find their next target to absolutely slaughter from. While Look You're Dead is very low health, of course, the cruisers, Demonte, fully on the other side, Themine, I'm just going to call you Themine, absolutely needs to get back into the game. 1080 in the Grosser Kurfürst is tanky, but now look at them. They are starting to focus them. They're starting to really roll in this situation, while Triple GGG is taking a lot of damage, and they need to protect him as much as possible because they have almost a lead. But right here, as you can tell, both teams absolutely corrected the counter from here, in my opinion. Peg-led Pirates absolutely came back, got their firepower together enough to be able to confront that push from that side. And then, of course, L4, their guns are too far away right now, but 1080 needs to literally get out of there. But unfortunately, you've got just right there. You got the Smolensk on the exact other side, taking out 1080, triple GGG going down to fires. So you have a lot of situations. So now, especially, L4 needs to definitely push their advantage to 2 ships up. But of course, they lost the caps early on with 20 seconds left. I'm not exactly sure they're going to pull out. Z Solaris needs to make sure they dodge as many torps as possible. Come on, dude. Keep it together. Matty Boy's absolutely holding out. Pegleg Pirates is staying... Oh, geez. Oh, come on. Game. Pegleg Pirates holding the caps early and absolutely... Oh, my gosh. Pig Bay, what are you thinking on that? Because that was amazing.
That's what it came down to. Hold the caps as long as you can. And then once they, L4 started dismantling the team one by one, they got these guys over here by A, knocked you guys down, and they started moving in. You just had to get that Yamato down, and once they did that, they just backed off. And then at that point, you just got to run. There's only 30 seconds left, just run. Don't try to be a hero. Don't try to get any more points, and don't try to win harder. Just run, and that won the game right there. Oh, yeah. Holding those 3 caps while L4 did not want to contest it.
What's awesome. Even better is they held those 3 caps against a triple DD strat.
Yep.
So they literally had the caps when the advantage of the caps should have been in L4's hands.
Well, that's the thing. The only ones that went to the caps were the DDs. They're the only ones that went towards the caps. All the rest of the ships were pretty much just grouped down by A and B underneath that island right there. Those chain of islands.
And once again, that Grosser Kurfürst and Smolensk combo just came up from the beginning. That was amazing. I have to say that was an amazing end to this. Pegleg Pirates winning it. Let's see if everything's been updated. Not yet.
5-0'd all of L4.
Yeah. Pegleg Pirates, amazing job there.
6. It'd be 6.